Hit it.
Hit it.
Just eat it.
To win
Eat it.
Quit it, don't
Just
shit
eat it.
Put it in a bin and make a bitch lick it. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Ooh.
We in, we
Ooh.
hot. The fire, it's
Yep.
warm. It's a little bit warmer than warm. It's a little
Toasty.
bit- spray a little bit of water on
It's a
that
little
fire
bit-
to get the steam.
a little
up
bit
and rolling,
toasty.
baby. Ooh, it's a little bit of humid. Making the bitches
You're-
moist
you're-
up in this
Woo!
shizness, bitch.
Woo! That's gold. That's good. You gotta warm it up a little
Okay.
bit.
You know what it is.
So what's up?
I
know how
I
we
was
do.
tired as shit this morning because I stayed up watching that new Dave Chappelle special.
Wait, how new?
Like dropped the 11th. Like just came out new. Like just came out 2 days ago new. But
I didn't know that.
I will
What-
tell you
what?
right now, it is a half hour long, and it is more of a conversation of obviousness in the
Yeah.
political situation versus a half hour comedy special. Not many jokes. You know,
Okay.
it's more of him just going,
All right.
bitches, I've been saying this for how long? Have any of you ever listened to me before?
Yeah. Yeah. So I should watch it, but
You should watch it, man.
you wouldn't
Maybe-
really. You really
I literally
wouldn't take
started
it as a
crying
comedy
because I
stand-up.
was thinking of just thinking of Dave Chappelle, who passed away of a fucking heroin overdose, and
Yeah.
just thinking like what that motherfucker would be doing nowadays. That motherfucker would be in the streets every single night with a fucking like Black Lives Matter sign, and like watching
Yeah.
that special just was like making me think about it so hard. Like every single time I was just thinking of Dave and just thinking back in like fucking 2007, 2008, and just thinking, yeah, this motherfucker would have been berating people if they did anything racist. He would have been like, okay, let's have a conversation for an hour. You know, he was that kind of motherfucker. That he was like
Yeah.
friend of all, but for a good reason. You know what I mean? Because he was
Right,
always willing to
right,
have a conversation with people and talk about that kind of shit. Because he grew up poor as fuck, but he understood that it wasn't race. You know what I mean? It's class.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
I can't. I don't know if I remember him. I can't
Yeah,
remember him.
you might not have. He was in my grade. He was from Fremont, so
Okay.
you know, you would have
Yeah.
only known him for like 3 years, if that. But he was.
That
he
you
was,
think I would remember that?
Well, yeah. He was a character, man. He was a character. He
Yeah.
stayed under the radar,
Yeah.
but everybody knew him, if that made sense. He was
I
one
know
of
the name.
Yeah, he was one of those people that like everybody knew him, but he stayed very much under the radar.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it
Damn.
just, man, it was good. It was good, but it's
Yeah.
heavy as fuck. If you're not ready to hear a lot of things that, you know.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm so ready. I'm probably gonna watch that tonight. I'll probably watch it tonight.
Yep. It's right
He's-
off of their Netflix YouTube page, which I didn't actually know was their official one. It's called Netflix is a Joke. I didn't know that was their official Netflix YouTube page, but I guess it is.
I didn't know Netflix had YouTube pages.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's called
What?
Netflix is a Joke. It's their official page, but I guess it's got it.
And
got
it's
it
on
streaming.
Netflix, but
No, it's on YouTube, but it's called Netflix is a
okay.
Joke. That's their YouTube page.
okay, I was very confused. I'm looking it up right now.
It's actually linked in the chat.
Sick.
But it's worth it, man.
Oh. Okay.
It's a good one because we watched his 2017 stand-up release before that, and then we watched that one right before bed. It was heavy.
What was his? The 2017. That wasn't his one directed before that, was it? Wasn't there a 2019?
Yeah, there was a couple in between. This was the first one where he had said he had made a joke about Caitlyn Jenner, and then that was that whole Caitlyn Jenner situation where it was her in her, introduction of herself to the world, and there was the whole
Yeah.
oh, am I do I accept her as who she's presenting herself, or do I yell at her and berate her, blah blah blah, and go, oh, well, I remember,
Yeah.
blah blah blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then that was a tough time for comedians who just want to make jokes.
Oh yeah, because you can't. It was difficult. Like you just get berated over everything, or
Exactly.
they would. I'm not a comedian, and then it's like, do you? I can't remember who was talking about it, but especially when it came to Kevin Hart, when he apologized for his joke, and it's like once you apologize, it's game over.
Yeah, it can be really rough, dude. I think of the Ricky situation when it comes to the Caitlyn Jenner situation, where he just,
Gervais.
yeah, he doubles down in the perfect direction. Because how Ricky doubled down was, he's like, well, people don't want me to talk about it. He's like, rah, 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 rah. But then he's like, then he brings up how she fucking murdered somebody by hitting them with her vehicle. He's like, well, she didn't do good for women's stereotypes in driving. He slams it in the most real, true fucking situation. He just goes, well, she didn't do good with women's stereotypes for driving. Ooh. Just goes right in for the most real thing. Everyone's talking about, well,
hilarious.
she's transgender. Okay, but do you remember the thing where she murdered somebody with her vehicle and didn't get in any trouble? Yeah, that existed. That happened.
Right. I've heard a couple of jokes about that. I can't remember what they are, though, and I don't know if they're all from Ricky Gervais, but
Yep.
yeah. Man.
Yeah, what's his name? Chappelle was going in, but it was funny. He's just one that tries to keep swinging at it to make you understand the context
and that's
of humor. The fact that it's not against somebody. It's in almost most situations. If you want to see a political commentary, Dave Chappelle will do what he just recently did. He will just go out there for a half hour and rant at you. But guess what? If you're looking to see some jokes, then you gotta get in the mindset of understanding that you're at a damn comedy show, that you're going in for humor.
Right.
And a comedian is probably like who was I listening to that was saying it the best? Damn it, I forget who was saying it. But essentially this is what they said. They said, sometimes we're coming at you with jokes that we literally have not thought about the ramifications or the big picture side of it. We're purely saying it for the fact of how funny it is and how and usually that scale is how far removed from reality it should be. So if you're saying something that's so either tone deaf, which is usually the fake racist, fake sexist, any of that, where you say the whole Ricky Gervais point of view, where you coming off just so tone deaf, or just you're consciously saying the wrong thing, that's usually the humor.
Right.
It's the fact that you're saying something that nobody should legitimately feel. But the fact that you're saying the opposite of reality is the humor in it. When you know what I mean? When Ricky Gervais puts himself at the butt of every joke and makes himself look like a dumb sexist racist, well, guess what? I don't think he's actually the dumb sexist racist, person that wants to punch a child in the face. I don't think he's actually saying I am that human. Because then when he's also saying that we should love everybody and treat animals with respect, I know that that's the truth. And then when he's talking about punching kids and being a sexist racist, that's humor. That's the humor. But when you see all of it in context, it's very clear. But you need to be conscious, and you need to go in with the mindset of taking that journey to be able to see the difference to begin with. That's the problem with ripping anything out of context.
It even I don't know if I don't know if we talked about when I saw Dave Chappelle with Jon Stewart. So that's like, for me, it was like the context was Jon Stewart, The Daily Show. Obviously, he's not pro-Trump, but some people in the crowd couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
It's like you are at a comedy show, right? It's like you are at a comedy show, and you should know. Like if you were that political, or if you're politically inclined enough to stand up at a large comedy show and start yelling, then you should at least know what you're going to do. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it matters that much to you that you can't contain it when you're in a crowd just watching a comedy show, that a joke about things that you disagree with upsets you enough to start shouting, then you should know what you're going to see. Because that's what happened. And then the guy got kicked out.
Now, I want to ask some questions to either make this guy seem more innocent or more like a fucking asshole.
Okay.
What was this situation? Was this a open bar comedy club situation where people could walk in and out freely without admission? Or was this was this you buy a ticket and you have to come in and purchase admission?
You buy an expensive ticket, you go in, they take your phone and they put it in a sealed pouch that has a needle in it, and if you try to open it, it'll stab you.
Gives you corona.
It's not casual at all. Right, exactly. It's not casual at all.
No.
It was not. So I don't even know what he was saying, but he was just screaming, and Jon Stewart said if you can't handle being in the crowd, then, or if you don't shut up, then get the fuck out. And that apparently was the final warning, because then the security guys just like picked him up by the shoulders and carried him out.
Okay, buddy, here we go.
Yeah. It was funny.
Come with me, little guy.
And not like, I didn't realize it either. Like, I forgot that Jon Stewart did The Daily Show. But then again, I was going to a comedy show and I don't really care.
Right.
So that's like the parallel. I was like, it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
I've literally been made fun of at a comedy show before, and it was hilarious.
Exactly. But see, that's the thing, is that when I watch like Joe Rogan podcast a lot, one thing that he shits on all the time is like club designs, and how a lot of comedy clubs will not be ticketed, and then essentially they'll design it really dumb, where a lot of times the stages are in the front, you gotta like walk past the stage to come in. They'll have it sandwiched between a bar, and it'll be one of those things where people can be at a fucking club and not really know they're there, so to say. They're like, oh, I went to this bar. And then they start saying some shit.
Right.
But that was very clearly not one of those situations.
No, it was at the Wang Theater in Boston. It was like,
I don't need to deal with this shit at a comedy club. You up there telling jokes I don't like. Fuck you.
He paid at least like $100 for that ticket.
I came here to laugh. Where's Jeff? Get me Jeff. I know Mr. Foxworthy is out back. I need some humor.
Like, what were you doing, man? And then somebody tried to somebody called out Dave Chappelle, and it was a fun contrast with the two I don't know if I'd call them hecklers, but the first guy was definitely more of a heckler, but the second person was a woman, and she was like, oh, what are you doing for women's rights? And by that time, since as the final act, the crowd was very annoyed with interruptions, so everyone was just screaming, shut the fuck up. So Dave Chappelle told everyone, he was like, hey, everyone just like, let her talk. Let's hear what she has to say. Mm-hmm. And she said that, and he just, switched to his political knowledge. They had a conversation. And I would say he destroyed her, and then he just came in with the comedy after, and just slapped it right on her. It was a great It was
The
a great.
1-2.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
punch him in the
exactly.
face, and then you just kind of give him a little brushing on the cheek.
Right. It was beautiful, and she didn't get kicked out either. She sat down and continued to watch the show, which is great. Yeah, he was really, really awesome to see. At first, we thought he was gonna bomb because it was a 3-night tour. We were on the last show of the last night, and he came out, and you could tell that he was just fucked up. He'd just been smoking and drinking.
Right.
And I've heard stories where he just like completely bombs and like doesn't have he just tells the crowd to fuck off.
Well, Dave writes a
But
lot,
he
but he
actually-
also he likes to write on stage a lot. You know,
Yeah,
he'll just go in conversation.
with the flow, and that was very, very obvious, and he just killed it. It was an awesome, awesome show. You can tell what he had written and what was coming off the top of his head, and it was just all of it flowed so smoothly. But I mean, then again, it's Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
It's not a newbie. But yeah, that's probably one of the best comedy shows I've been to.
I can imagine, man.
Other than
I'm excited to go to comedy shows when they start up.
I know. Once we get back in motion, I can go see Mike Birbiglia again, which was, whew.
Yep, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I'd love to see John
seen-
Mulaney. That'd be great. He's a fun one. He has a
I
really
know.
well.
Yeah, he is.
He's got some nice
He's got
storytelling.
that theatrical voice, dude. That
yes,
voice.
it's very up here.
John Mulaney.
John Mulaney. I'm John Mulaney. He's really kind of
awesome.
tall and weird. He talks really
Honestly,
indignantly. John
He reminds me of a
Mulaney.
Looney Tune character.
He's
I
like
love
a
him. He's
big,
awesome.
tall, gay guy without being gay.
Exactly. Exactly. Wait, have you... I don't know why that just made me think of it, but have you heard of James Acaster?
I feel like I've heard the name.
He has a 4-part special, each an hour long, on Netflix. I think it's called Repertoire. Man,
I'll check it.
I think he's Irish, which if I get wrong, I feel like people will get upset about.
He's so kind of thick tongue. His tongue's really
Yeah,
thick
and
when it's coming out of his mouth.
He speaks really fast too.
Oh,
I
it's
think you'd
really,
enjoy it.
it's a fast
It's
thick tongue.
very-
He's got a really thin one. It comes out really, really kind of fast at it. The words just really be
Just
shooting out his mouth like a
just
little
like-
submachine gun. Rup-up-up.
He's also Jamaican. I'm kidding. Oh,
Try to get me
yeah,
there. Try
yeah.
to get me there.
Try
Try to get me there. Okay, so
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about one thing, and it's not even like it was like a
Topics, let's
little
go.
revelation.
Okay.
it a-
That's interesting. That's fun.
I'll call it a micro rev. So it's clear.
Tom
Yes.
Haverford, micro rev.
It's clear that this happens because we know it.
Okay.
Subliminal messaging in movies, okay?
Yep.
But I was curious. So donkeys, mules, jackasses, they can't breed. They're sterile. I looked up the name and it's like a hybrid crossbreed from, I think it's like a mother of a horse and a blah blah blah, whatever. 2 different animals. Fuck, they make an animal that's like both of them but neither of them together. It's got the horse of a
Yeah.
the hair of a horse and the horse of a hare, rabbit legs and antlers. But they're sterile. That's like one of the things about them is that they can't really reproduce. Okay, they could be made, but they can't make more. You can just keep making them, but they're
right.
just kind of like, good.
Yeah.
We can't do anything. We can't make our own class. You have to make us because we can't make ourselves. Please make more of me. I am lonely. I wish I could make more of me.
This is
Unlike
fucked up.
every other
This
animal
is
on the planet.
That is a depressing line right there. It just went down.
So I wish I could have a mate. I can have a lot of friends though.
And that's
like,
enough.
Unlike any animal, it has no real like internal sense of purpose. We all have this like weird like gotta fucking mate. Gotta make more.
Right.
And it's like
Right.
I wish I could make more. But
It's just like a computer. Right.
so when it comes to this, we know that movies do subliminal messaging. We know that they do names and stuff. But
Yeah.
I was looking up the donkey, mule, whatever the fuck I'm talking about. And
How
essentially
did this come up? Okay, you continue.
Continue. Another name for one, okay? Another name for a jackass or a mule is called a Jenny. Jenny. Jenny.
Oh wow.
Jenny.
Oh,
Dude, Forrest
Jenny.
Gump, dude. She's a fucking jackass, bro.
Yeah, yo, shit.
She's
Wow.
a fucking mule,
Wow.
dude.
Wow.
Why are you a donkey, Jenny? Dude, little subliminal messaging, bro.
Yeah.
Little
No
fucking
shit.
snippets. They
How-
just sneak in there, dude.
How did you? What was the course of thought? Like, how did that come
Dude,
into fruition there?
I just saw Jenny and I just said, Jenny. It just triggered in my brain. It just made a connection.
No, but what made you look that up? Like, what made you look up donkeys, jackasses?
I heard somebody talking about it, and I was like, why are they sterile? What does that mean? What in their genetic code? Why can't they cross? And I went on Wikipedia. I didn't get
never knew
anywhere
that.
closer.
I never knew that.
I didn't get anywhere closer to
never knew
actually
that.
solving why I started looking it up. I don't know why. I don't know.
I had a similar thing happen this
Cause
week.
that's
too,
my explanation.
with that
'Cause-
thought.
Yeah, just but
Right.
but once I got there, I saw Jenny. It just instantly shot over. I was like, "Pachoo!"
Yeah.
Forrest Gump, and I was like, oh my gosh. Jenny, why are you a jackass, Jenny? Why are you a sterile mule, Jenny?
I can't remember the last time I seen that movie.
It's
I don't know if I've ever watched it.
dude, you
full
need to
through,
you
know?
need to watch it fully through soon because it's really good. It is. It's really good. It's like a goddamn fantasy
on that
movie,
note,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, it's out of
How-
control, dude. Dude, Tom Hanks
How often?
just growing a massive beard, running across the country. It's so retarded.
Yeah, literally.
Oh,
Fuck. Well, I was gonna say, when someone tells you to watch something, how often do you actually do it?
not very.
Because
I'm honest
gonna
with people
say,
though.
I'm
I'll
at, like,
tell people. I'll tell people like, oh yeah, that's on my list of things. But you know,
I'm
I'll
not
usually
gonna do.
yeah, I usually won't tell people that I'm gonna watch something
Yeah.
for that reason. I'll usually say, oh yeah, that's on my
Yeah.
list. You know,
Never gonna get to it.
the bucket list.
I would say I'm probably definitely gonna die before I watch any of that shit. I'm at like a 2%. I'll watch like 2% of things that people send me,
Yeah.
and that 2% is probably 98% of things that you send me,
Yeah.
and that's it.
It's
It's
tough,
just so
man.
difficult.
And for me, to be honest, I just want to watch more things that either I haven't seen in a while, or I
Yeah.
saw when I was a kid,
Yeah.
or I haven't seen it all. You know,
Yeah.
it's like we
Yeah.
were watching like Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Like I probably haven't seen that since I was like 10,
Fucking classic.
11.
Love
It's
that
so
movie.
it's so
Yeah.
good. It's out of control.
It's hilarious.
Lacey had never seen it, so for her it was.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she thought it was super corny, super weird. There's tons of that
Well,
early
yeah.
90s super sexualization.
Mhm. Yep.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
but
Have you
that's
seen
a,
Austin
that's a good
Powers?
example. Exactly. Literally, we watched Austin Powers
Yeah.
not too long ago. Same exact thing. Where we had both
Yeah.
hadn't seen it in a while, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, it's so funny, but it's so just like super hypersexualized, but man, it's a
Yeah.
classic. It's so good.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
But
What's funny about Austin Powers is, not to cut you off, but before we change, is that even though, like, you know, he's hypersexualized, I forget which movie. I think it's the first one where he's trying to bang whoever, and they got drunk, and he was like, "No, I won't have sex with you because you're drunk."
yep,
I was like, "Oh, he's still." That was great. I didn't
Right.
expect that from Austin
Yeah.
Powers. You know,
right.
I
'cause
was like,
he's,
"That's one of the little things I forgot."
no, you're drunk.
This isn't right. Like, oh,
Yep. He
Well, it's
literally he was like
ass
he was a
backwards
ladies' man, but it was
Right.
It was in the right sense where he's gonna
Exactly.
you know, go, oh, you know, and he's gonna say things that nowadays you shouldn't say, but
right.
but he was consensual and respectful in doing such, and you know what
Right.
I mean. But also
Yeah.
that's yeah. Let's just say in that situation, if you were going to a sex club, that was a situation where you might fucking spank somebody on the ass because you were. It's like going to a smoke club. You're walking in a
Yeah.
room with smoke, where you're
Right.
consenting to be in a room full of smoke.
Yeah.
Where obviously,
Yeah.
if you're going
Yeah.
to a sex club, you're never consenting away your boundaries.
Yep.
But there's obviously a room of expectations where if something happened, you would always be expected to express yourself if you didn't want it to happen. But always, if somebody did it and you didn't want it, they should be 100% receptive and apologize and, you know, express their
Right.
understanding of their boundaries and hopefully change it moving forward. Because obviously,
Yeah.
if everybody's expectation is that it's completely cool, then that's okay. But that's where
Yeah.
out in the world, people use common sense. There's no such thing as mother effing common sense. No fucking thing. There's no fucking common sense out there because that would
Yeah.
assume that everybody would be able to have access to
On
the
the
same
same level.
information. Yeah,
Right.
and be on the same
Right.
page. Like they took in the same
Yeah.
information and then processed it in the same way. Nope.
Yep. Which doesn't happen.
Unless you're in a
Almost never
club
happens.
with it very clearly written out as rules, and then people
Yeah.
still interpret them however they want. You know what I mean?
Exactly. like the use of the term African American.
Yeah. That one.
I think
That's interesting.
It's really so they toss back and forth between using the term African American and black.
Yeah.
And I think people are afraid to use the word black for maybe sounding racist. But I think it's all in the context. Like, if you're talking about a group of people, if you're talking about black people, well, like, that's what you're talking about. If you're being racist, you're being racist. I feel like they can be separate. You know?
And you know what? To be honest, somebody like, I could see that people that I know who are not as aware of themselves as they want to be would probably subconsciously think of that situation as this. Ready? They're not even consciously thinking this, but they're subconsciously thinking this. Ready? Is this person black or not? They're one shade of dark, but I don't know if they're black.
That's a great thing because
So I feel like in that's
black
where
a
they
color
go.
or right. So is black a color or is it a nationality? Is it an ethnicity? So
Yeah.
I feel like that's undefined.
True.
Where like I've been considered black by black and white people,
Yeah.
but I would just consider myself Dominican, even though like via slave trade Dominicans could be African American or are, you know?
American slaves, I guess. Slave heritage.
Not African. I mean African, not African American.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. That makes
So
sense.
I wouldn't consider myself African but other people or can't consider me as black. So I feel like it's a weird gray area that is kind of underneath topics that are happening right now. It's not really being discussed, but yeah, it's strange. I was thinking about that the other day. It's just weird because I have cousins that are way darker.
Yes.
That you would see them and you'd be like, they're black or they're a black person. It's just. But,
and see, that's the thing in New England is in New England there is a big Dominican population. At every single place I've worked at growing up, there was somebody, at least one Dominican person.
Yeah.
So I 100% agree. I was going to say that, like, I knew 2 people that lived in Methuen that I worked with at Radio Shack, just as an example. One was super dark, one was super light, you know?
Yeah.
And just that spectrum there, I can see where if somebody's walking on eggshells, subconsciously they're gonna be like, they just see that spectrum and they're like, man, I don't know what to say here. So it's understandable, you know, but it's definitely it's not defined, but that's where that conversation hasn't been had, and that's where public education really is behind, and where the books are in educating us. Because I was told by people in South Carolina that in their whole schooling they went over the Civil War for 1 whole week, and it was also in that 1 week referenced to as the Great Loss. I ain't making that up, dude. Maybe they made that up.
Wow.
I trust what they had said, but they might be making it up. You can't. This is anecdotal evidence. I don't have no fucking. I don't have it on the books, and I don't have a recording of their classroom. But when you're down in South Carolina on the border of Georgia, it's. I don't fucking doubt that in their whole schooling they went over the Civil War for 1 week only, and they also referenced it as the Great Loss. I believe that happened. That seems plausible.
Shit.
I seen some shit when I was down there.
100%, man. I believe you, and I don't even know the shit that you saw.
This was a white person that told me.
I don't even know. I kind of want to go in 2 different directions right there.
It's like
because I feel like
it's like a fork. You just gotta stab it with all of them.
Well, I'm thinking living in New Hampshire as a minority. I feel like.
Yeah, so let's hear your perspective of being a minority
I don't know,
in New England. So up there in the trees, how do you feel about being one of the darkest people around?
Very comfortable, actually. It's awesome.
That was my fake interviewer. Trying my fake socially woke interviewer that says all the wrong things. So, do you enjoy being your color?
It's amazing. It's amazing. So wait. One thing that I've found was funny after doing a little bit of research is we use terms like Asian American, African American, Native American, but Caucasian Europeans, they're not referred to as European American. Because they migrated here, right? Why do they? Why is it exclusive?
Yeah, and if you
European Americans,
right? So see,
it's weird.
Off the bat, I wouldn't even put any thought into it. But if you're thinking of it from a malicious angle, you can perceive it as, well, you're keeping your heritage, and this is your fucking heritage, or else. It's like, you can have yours because we've approved it, and then, well, yours,
we're
shut the fuck
this.
up. You can have part of it, but it has to be American too, just so you know. And what is American?
Yeah, right. It's like a
what is American?
It's like an off-brand.
Right. They're like, what is American? They're trying to shove it down your throat.
I think Native Americans should take American, and then
They should claim it as
European
the
American. Exactly. Then European Americans should have that.
We could call it Euro, dude. Euro American.
You're American.
It sounds so dumb, and people would hate it. And just think of all the farm hicks that are like, these people out here trying to tell me that I'm a Euro American. This is bullshit. I'm original American. I'm one of the original Americans. Okay, you can't be telling me.
On that note, some black people that have ties to Africa don't refer them like they have like, you know, ties that they know about, like easily connectable. They don't refer to themselves as African American because they don't believe that to be their past or their history, which I totally get.
Well, I think that was a
I
huge
can
thing
understand.
with the Black Panthers and taking your African name was the idea of not saying you're African American, saying that you're proud black person with the heritage from wherever your country is, you know. And I feel like a lot of people do that to kind of break down that and to reclaim themselves. And I guess it's so easy for somebody who's white to not give a fuck, because my whole entire life I've heard white people be so goddamn proud of being Italian and Irish in New England that it's hurt my fucking brain. Hey, what do you mean? I'm Italian, eh? Eh?
Oh,
what do you mean? That's what I do. I'm fucking Italian, man, eh? Come on.
Get the gabagool. Don't come back until you have it, eh?
I've heard that shit my whole entire fucking life, and it makes me want to fucking puke.
Yeah.
So it's like instinctually when people want to talk about, you know, well, this is where my heritage is, I just want to turn off, because I've heard just so many obnoxious white people being like, ah, come on, but in reality they're probably just a goddamn mixed bag. I lost you. I hope you can still hear me. Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Glitching.
Oh jeez, I'm panicking. Where is he? Eric, where are you? Where are you, ma'am? I'm not stressing out, ma'am. It's pod time, ma'am. I'm ready to know. No. Eric. Oh no. It's just me.
I don't know what just happened.
Where'd you go, man?
I glitched out. I don't know what happened. But I'm back.
Back and better than ever.
But yeah, you were saying New England is shutting that shit out. It's strong, man. It's strong. That fucking Irish, Italian, pretty much everything European, almost. It's strong.
But I definitely understand the want to see, you know, your heritage, especially when you have people fucking forcing it away from you, and being goddamn racist, and you see racism happening against your, you know, people that are either just like you in heritage, or that just physically look like you. You know, they may have heritage from similar backgrounds.
Yeah.
Or they might not at all. They may just physically have a color that's similar to you in skin, and that's it.
Yeah.
Or they might just have like the same type of hair. You know, it might be one similar dumb, silly thing, and people just treat them as racistly as they would treat, you know, the other person, and whatever it is, it's fucked up. But I guess it's definitely easy to be white, think of yourself as an American, and then not think of any of the importance of cultural history. It's easy. I can say that if I didn't try to think about it, it would have zero thought in my brain, just because growing up, my family would tell me, oh yeah, we're a mixed bag. You got some Swedish in you. That's probably the biggest part, and then you got like a little bit of Irish, a little bit of German, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know.
Mm.
And I'm just like, I don't care. I really don't care about any of that. I just remember being a kid being like, this has no importance to me. How is this affecting me right now? It's like nothing I do in life. The only time this ever affects me is when my mom makes me fill out a fucking form. And on the form it says, what color are you? What's your ethnicity? And I have to check white.
Yeah, right.
That's the only time that ever affects me.
I never know how to fill those out.
Dude, Lacey, her whole entire life, she's been filling out white Caucasian because she's got a white mom and a Vietnamese dad. So her whole life she's been doing white till she got married. When she filled out the form here in Oregon, it's like, what's your ethnicity? She's like,
African American.
She went full out, dude. Dude, she's been going blackface every day. I'm not even gonna lie. It's crazy, dude. I don't even know how I married it. I say it because she's gender neutral too now.
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
That's the only way she could do the blackface, and pull it off.
Right. Yep.
But she for the first time made her ethnicity Asian, so now she's officially Asian.
Cool.
Officially Asian.
That's awesome.
Because that's all you just need to mark it off on the paperwork. Then you're officially it.
Yeah. Let it wash over you after you check the box.
That's how easy it is being a white person. You just think that you're just like, no, you just check it in a box and then you're it. But like, imagine, like, when you actually do that, like if you're trying, like let's say if I'm trying to apply for a Native American reserve and to live there, they would be like, come on, Tess, let's show me them tests, boy.
Show me them jeans.
Give me a drip of them bloods. Put it in them jeans. I gotta toss it in the bowl.
We're getting a little more serious now.
Can't just check it.
No.
All right,
no.
We could figure out that her dad isn't actually Asian. He wasn't actually from fucking Vietnam. He just was really, really, really tan this whole entire time. You motherfucker. He's just doing an accent. He was doing an accent the whole time. The whole time.
How old is she?
I was just about to say, her dad is not a female. But Lacey, because that's who you're talking about, and I know that.
Yeah.
My wife, who I love, and I've been with for many years, is 27.
He's been doing an accent the whole time.
The whole time. I always knew she was 27. You could tell.
It's fine.
Because I didn't have to do the math.
Mm-hmm.
How could I do math if I was talking the whole time?
I'm still laughing about how old is she with the dad reference.
I instantly, I was like, why is he calling her dad a female? This isn't Caitlyn Jenner. We're done talking about that.
We're never done talking about it.
By the way, this looks like a normal blunt.
But it's
that
not.
I've been smoking. But it is not. This has, I put a whole gram of 68% concentrate inside of this flower. So there's normally, like, the joint I smoked last time was like 440 milligrams. This one has like 680 milligrams. So it's
That's a lot.
This is a goofy stick.
How old is she?
How old is she? Well, the thing about this is I can hear Lacey's alarm going off, so that means that the audio
Right
is
now?
going to hear it too. Everybody's going to hear the alarm.
I can't hear it.
That's okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
So,
So
what you were going to say? What were you going to talk about?
I feel like the only time I've heard someone ever use the N-word,
In person?
the N-I double G hard
like-
hard R.
On the street, you mean? Or what?
In real life. Yeah, in real life. It wasn't in New England.
Yeah.
It was in Seattle.
That makes sense, dude.
It was in Seattle. And so I don't know, because I don't know these two guys, but I have I believe they had some sort of relationship. And they were on the street. I think we just had, ironically enough, Italian food. And we were walking down the street.
Forget about it.
Hey, oh, Mamma
Papa
Mia.
cannoli.
Dropping N-bombs. So these two dudes, they were fighting, and
That's a spicy language.
they were in some strong disagreement. So it was a white dude and a black dude, and they had like, I don't know if they were gay, but they had the stereotypical voice, you know. If you picture
Wow.
Louis C.K. doing that voice,
Wow.
very strong. But so they were yelling at each other back and forth on the sidewalk, and then the black dude takes the other guy's phone, slams it off the concrete, and the white guy's reaction was, "You fucking!" And then when he went to say it, he whispered it. He brought it way down because he knew, but he still couldn't stop it from coming out of his mouth.
Right.
It was the weirdest thing. He was trying so hard to restrain himself.
But it
It flowed out, and everyone heard it.
What happened next?
That guy just kept walking. He was done with that shit.
Fuck you, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck you, dude.
exactly.
Fuck you, dude.
And we were just like,
That's a bullshit story. No, I'm saying fuck you, Eric. Fuck you.
that's it. That happened. I have references. I'll send you numbers.
You should have yelled out fucking World Star, dude.
I didn't have my phone out. That's the only time you yell that. It happened so quick.
Man.
Yeah, other than that, I mean, I was like, wow, he really tried to stop, or he just didn't want the guy to actually hear him, but everybody heard him.
Okay. So this isn't nice to say, but do you remember Crazy Mike? Okay, so I lived in Groveland.
No.
And on the what side would that be? The south side of Haverhill. It's like it's the nice area. You know, it was right near Groveland. It's where that Market Basket Building 19 I think is closed down. You remember that?
Yeah.
That big old plaza?
R.I.P. Oh yeah.
I think it's
yeah.
Riverside Plaza. I
Sounds
used to ride my
familiar,
bike
but I
around
know.
there.
I
That's
Yeah,
the
there's a
stadium. That's where
big
they do the
field.
fireworks and shit.
Field next to it. Yep.
Yep. So there's this guy Mike that used to walk around, and R.I.P. They found him in a bush at the TD Bank that I used to. That used to be my bus stop, dude. As a kid, I think I told you I once saw a bus sliding, like at an angle down a hill on ice, full of children that I stepped into. I saw the bus sliding down the hill, and then I got into it. I was at the bank where they
Just going
found
to school
him.
today.
They found
Just
him
going
in
to
a
school today.
bush. But this man was a war veteran, and he was definitely a tortured soul. And sadly, people was freaking out, you know, his family. But like, man, if I know that it's hard, but if you're freaking out about it, then you gotta try to help people out, because obviously this man was he had some problems. But I
Yeah.
once saw him calling this old white lady the N-word. You effing N-word, you effing N-word, you effing N-word. This lady was probably like 75, 80. Old white lady just
How old
pushing
was he?
her. Dude, he was probably 50, 55 at the time.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, he was. She was just pushing her shopping cart out of fucking Market Basket, dude. Just trying to get to her fucking car. Like, my mom called the cops on him
right.
and was like, Mike's out here calling this old white lady the N-word.
Aggressively.
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
It was a situation, man. It was, but he obviously was struggling with some shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, clearly. Yeah. Yeah.
And it was
Crazy
completely
Mike.
there was not a black person in sight. That was the thing too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was at least the best thing about the situation. It was racially
yeah, I
charged,
know,
but there
'cause
was
that would've
no black people around.
Right,
You know?
You right. That's some man.
Yeah, I remember being a kid, being like,
Fucking crazy.
okay, the world is really, really weird.
Well, what did we learn from this?
Dude, literally, when you're 8 years old, like, what are you supposed to get out of that, you know?
Tom Hanks right there.
Yeah. You just start running, dude. Jenny.
He's gonna start yelling at me next? I don't know. Just get the fuck in the store. That's
I was like, well, if that lady is,
right.
maybe I am.
What are we, Mom? She's like, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up, Jameson.
That stupid shit.
Right when I get in the car, she just started pinching my fucking thighs.
Enough!
Why the fuck do you say that? gives you that face.
I'm about to talk through my teeth face.
Oh my god. You don't even know how many times as a kid I got that motherfucking face. My mom's just
Yeah.
and I just like my stomach goes into my fucking toes, dude. You're like,
I want this to stop now.
you just instantly want to start crying because you see your mom's face and you know what's gonna happen. You know how bad of a day you're gonna have from there on out. Why did I don't know why I did it, Mom. I don't know. I'm sorry.
learning.
I don't know.
I'm learning.
I'm a kid. I don't know. Oh, that was the worst. Just seeing that.
Man.
It's terrible.
It's so unsettling. You don't see people making that face very often. When you do, you know what's happening.
It just strikes you. He's like, No. This is Kevin Hart. No. His dumb little voice he does.
He is. I like Kevin Hart.
I love Kevin Hart. His stand-up
Not
is,
as.
he's so funny, man.
He's. So when I saw him, the Back to Comedy, when I saw him, he's good at like the broad, comedy.
Yeah.
Not broad as in broads, but broad
Comedy.
spectrum, easy to like comedy. Yeah.
Comedy.
And he told one joke that I don't even remember what the joke was, but it was really, really funny because it actually had a setup. It wasn't his normal, just softball jokes that are really easy to laugh at. That was good. How was that?
It sounded like I should have felt it. if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I would second that.
It sounded like I should have felt a dribble. It sounded like I got a small team of basketball players just warming up. that there was a strong dribble.
Oh, yeesh.
Yeesh. I'm sorry. That was a distraction.
Yeah. So he told this really funny joke, and it had a good setup, and it sounded like he actually wrote it.
Right.
And nobody laughed. And I almost like cried from laughter because it was so damn funny, and it was just over everyone's head. It was over everyone's head. Because it wasn't one of those jokes that when he starts talking, when he's halfway through, you know the punchline, you know where he's going with it.
Right.
I didn't know, and then he just slammed it down like a gavel, and it was fucking hilarious. And it was just nobody got it at all.
Yeah, because
I was like, is his mic on? Is his mic on? Like, what?
I can understand.
There's so many people in this building.
Because he does like he has like a lot of storytelling where it's the humorous story, and then it comes in with something super funny as well, and then you're kind of hammering on.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of got a storyteller setup to it. You know. Where I'm imagining it was more of a straight joke style. You know?
Yeah.
It was layered in.
Yeah. Right. It was very... I was impressed. Like, when he told it, I was like, holy shit. I gained respect for him because I never really liked him before.
See,
well,
I like people that are willing...
That's not true. I did like him, but then I lost some, I don't know, appreciation for him.
I like people that can be dumb. And Kevin always got dumb with it. He's always his humor is always so
been
fucking
dumb.
stupid. So stupid, you know?
Yeah.
And that's he makes me think of like when we all hung out together and it was like you, me, JS, fucking Mike, and Dylan.
Yeah.
All of us together, we're always trying to think of that dumb thing to do it on the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That thing to do, like, bro, like, dude, let's do this. You know what I mean? And it usually revolved around like, bro, Dylan's outside. So
right. Let's just go do something malicious, and it'll be funny.
I'm gonna put him in a headlock, and you're gonna fucking just tippy him super hard right in the balls.
Right.
And that feeling is how I feel. That dumb child gang mentality is what I see in Kevin Hart, and that's what makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Is he's that he's that dumb little feeling of like stupidity that comes through.
Yeah, like the instinctual. It's instinctual. That's hard to recognize. I think
he
puts
it out there.
It's easy to be and hard to recognize. Yeah.
Yep. But it's like that feeling of all of it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he brings it together into one person pretty well.
Hey, do you have a pie?
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you have a pie? I'll be right back.
I don't know, man. You got a pie?
All right. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. Good enough.
Have I showed you the shirt?
He is Pink Floyd. Oh, that's a
My
slip.
favorite.
Just
Low-hanging
another
Freuds.
slip in the wall.
So the important questions here: does pineapple belong on pizza?
I think so. I'm about it.
Me too, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't respect people that think that it doesn't.
No, because I've had really. I think the stereotype is the problem because when you think of
Yeah.
Hawaiian pizza, you think of like the shittiest quality
Oh, yeah.
pizza
Yeah.
with just like ham and pineapple with too much sauce
Yeah.
and too much bad quality cheese.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But if you make a
Right.
good one, you
Right.
grill that pineapple up. You know, you
Oh yeah.
use some good quality source products.
Yeah.
Or you just go to a
I
nice
agree
fucking
100%.
pizzeria. Then yeah,
Right.
you get a nice pie, dude.
Have you
And
ever
I like
had
if you
bait?
put some
What?
black
You
pepper
say?
on that Hawaiian, dude.
Woo!
Yeah.
Spice it up.
Yeah. Woo-wee.
I agree.
Sweet.
Woo-wee. That's that New England coming out of you.
Getting spicy.
I had my friend Marie. She suggested bacon and pineapple,
True.
and that was like
Really
2.0 Hawaiian pizza 2.0. Oh yeah, just you're super sweet, super salty. Get the ham out of there. You don't even need it.
You don't call that Hawaiian pizza. You call that an American pizza. Upgraded, baby.
Exactly.
We took the island out of the equation. We threw a pig on the pie. We said, "Nah, give that saltier cut."
It's amazing. It really
You
is
want
amazing.
to call it?
If
You want
haven't
to call it a
tried
Hawaiian Southern? You don't fuck with the bacon. You put a piece of fat back on the pie. You got tomato sauce. You got cheese.
Oh.
You got pineapple.
Oh.
You got fat back. Baby, you going home to mama tonight.
I don't know if I could do that. Oh, fatback. Oh,
I've seen people with 2
Oh.
containers of fatback in their cart. When I moved down to the south, I was like, woof. They didn't even have bacon. They had eggs and fatback. I was like, that's crazy, dude.
and they're like, "Yep, it's Saturday."
We about to get lit.
Give me that fatback.
I'm drinking all this Monster just to make sure my heart don't stop.
Oh, that's so disgusting. One of the things I could never stand was Monster.
Bro.
But I was playing
feel the energy.
one like I thought this was just really interesting. I don't know
Yeah.
if this person was being serious or not, but we were playing Call of Duty and I was playing with Ricky, Christina, and like there's probably like 6 of us, and we were shitting on this kid super hard, and he said that we sounded like liberals from California. It's like,
You guys are
like,
y'all got that well-spoken words like saying, "I don't be appreciating y'all liberal coastal elites from California." However you
just never
say that
been-
word, it's so long. I don't fuck with that shit.
I never been called that before. I think the weirder part was being called a Californian
Yeah.
because I'm from New England and my dad's Italian and he doesn't say his R's. You know.
Well,
What?
they must be so not used to even Californian language. They're just so used to their own local language so much that anything that sounds foreign to them, they're just like,
California.
"You big old Californians out there."
He didn't have a southern accent either. It was weird. It was
No, I know.
it was
was
last
there.
night though.
I remember.
We had some good people. Were you there?
No,
that with you?
no, I wasn't.
Oh,
I just like saying
you
that.
could have
It's
been.
okay.
Yeah, you fuck.
It's called recreational lying.
Yeah,
yourself
which is
in the
different from
situation.
normal lying.
Yeah, normal
Being
lying
facetious.
is bad. Recreational lying is it's fun for yourself.
I do that
Yeah.
100%, and I'm not lying right now.
It's like that one time when we said that we got pulled over by the police. And then somebody drove by us and shot at the cops. And the cop dropped down to the ground and then ran to his car and drove away. We were telling
Hence
everybody, we're like, okay,
stupid
guys.
shit. Right, that's
We're
the
like, let's
stupid
tell
shit.
everybody
We
this.
just- and everyone believed it.
Yeah, they're like, oh wow, that's
That
fucked.
happened. Of course it
That's
happened.
called recreational lying.
Weren't we going to see Expendables?
I think we were. Craig was with us.
What? Yeah. And we had grilled steak tips and
Yeah.
tinfoil pouches.
Tinfoil pouches.
Amazing. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
Hell yeah. Every single person I've told about that, they're like, wow, that was an amazing idea.
Yeah. I can't believe I haven't done it since then.
Yeah,
You know?
Imagine going to a movie theater though.
Now.
Yeah. I mean, I you never think about what was on the seats before, but
Yeah. I don't know
Okay.
how clean my hands were. That's
um,
actually kind of terrifying.
we're
Oosh.
1 hour and 6 minutes in. I'm good to go for a while more if you're good. So I got a couple more things to talk about.
Can we do like 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Can you stuff it in 20?
Yeah.
All right, word. Let's do it. I'm out. So it's you can
Yep.
take the floor and I'll just shoot from the
Well,
hip.
I want to say this one story about when it was within the first year that I moved here to Oregon, and it was pretty funny. So
Oregon.
Oregon. So I was on the
Oregon.
trail. Well, okay. So it was one of our days off, and Lacey and I
Yep.
were just driving around. We were gonna go thrifting, and
Yep.
there's this tiny little local place that says thrift shop.
Mm-hmm.
We had been here for about a year. We were like, we keep driving by this sign. We should check it out. And
Yeah.
the way that it's set up is there's like storage units and businesses, so it's like you pull in, it's kind of weird. There's some like small businesses, they do like, at home repair, an air conditioning place, a place that does vinyl for your car, you know what I mean? Just small, like,
Yeah.
not really business fronts, but businesses. And then on the other side, they got
Yeah.
like storage units. And then the way back, there's some more of them.
Yeah.
The way back, there's this tiny little thrift shop. You're like, the fuck, this is weird. You go in. It's really ghetto. So friggin' ghetto.
Yeah.
Like out of control ghetto. Come here, Bubbo.
Meow. Is that Anakin?
Yeah, that's for. Oh, come here, long boy. Oh, what's
Yeah. Oh, Mamma Mia.
that? Mamma mia, that's a spicy Anakin.
Look at those gloves. He's wearing those gloves.
Okay, so it's super ghetto. We're walking
Yeah.
about it. The guy goes, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" We go, "Okay, halo." That's how we talk. And then
We're Russian now. Hello.
hello. My name is Milo. And I look at the store. I remember thinking this. I go, this place is so freaking ghetto. Nobody probably ever comes in here. This place has to be like a front for like a eBay store or something. Maybe even worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's not even
Yeah.
cynical. You know what I mean? That's just
No,
like,
right,
I just
right.
have a
I was-
storefront where I sell shit on eBay, and also if you want to buy some stuff here, but nobody's got it.
Right.
It fucking sucks.
Right.
We're about to leave, okay? We're like, okay, have a good one, man. He goes, oh, hey, I got a question for you. I go, okay. He goes, he says, You wouldn't happen to be a local DJ, right? Would you?
A local DJ?
Going by the name Sharon Needles? I was like, what? No?
No.
He's like, oh, well, I'm looking for my son. And my son's a local DJ, I heard. And you look like you might be
I already
him.
said no. I already said no.
He's like, you wouldn't happen to be my son, would you?
Goodbye.
I was like, nope. And we were just like, later. And walked out.
Definitely not him. I am
Dude,
definitely not him.
It blew my fucking mind. I was freaking out, dude. And then afterwards, I was like, this whole like son thing, maybe that was just a front, and he thought that was less weird because then when I backtracked, he said his son's DJ name was Sharing Needles, and I was like, is this dude? I was like, maybe he was just asking if I had heroin.
Yeah. Or if you
and
wanted.
he thought it would be less weird to then ask if I was his son.
Right.
But I got thrown off. I was like, I got so thrown off in the whole situation where I didn't think about any of that till afterwards, and I was like, then I was more confused. But
the synapses of the heroin brain wasn't aligning with your.
Yeah, it was a very confusing situation. I never been asked if I was somebody's son, and possibly if I had heroin. Definitely not in the same sentence.
Right.
One
my
giant
son?
run-on sentence. Are you
You're like,
my
it
son?
depends. How do you spell sharing? Sharon or sharing?
Sharon,
some
dude.
people call me some people call me Sharon. Some people call me Sharon.
Sharon, dude.
So
Sharon. Oh my gosh, man, that's too much.
what the fuck?
People call heroin Heron, dude.
Oh yeah.
Sharon.
Doesn't even. Yeah, there's no clarification for that. Doesn't even help at all. I'm more confused now.
I am more confused.
Damn. I've never been asked that question.
Yeah, it was a whole like whirlwind situation.
You're like, I'm gonna leave now. That's
exactly.
You don't have to ask me twice. You don't have to ask me twice. I have nothing that you want.
Yeah, exactly. I felt like Chowder, dude. I'm not your girlfriend. You're not my girlfriend. I'm not your boyfriend. Jesus. Yeah, it was a weird ass situation, man.
Do you ever go back?
No, never. Never.
Ask
Never would I.
Have you found
your
son?
If I go in there, I'm gonna bring a needle and I'm gonna throw it at him.
Thank you.
It's gonna be the needle's full of ashes. I cremated your son, bitch. Yeah.
There might be a little left in that.
Inject him with his cremated son.
Wait, have you watched Dinner for Schmucks?
Yes. Yeah.
That just made me think of the scene where Steve Carell or Barry is decoding the message. It's like, those are code names: horse, heroin, grass, marijuana, weed, or marijuana. Let the horse run around on the grass. Let the weed, let the heroin run around on the marijuana. I don't know what they're planning, but it seems like it's going to be a party. So stupid. That move, I died when I watched that movie.
It's so good, man. It's on Netflix right now.
I imagine every moment
watching it.
Oh yeah. Well, that's one of my favorites.
You should start watching Space Force, by the way. I started watching it. I'm only like an episode in, and I like it.
That is something that I will actually watch.
Yeah.
Because no sarcasm there. That really is on the list of things that I want to do, not things that I tell people I'm going to do
True.
and don't do.
And the
yeah, I do want to
I
watch
saw
that.
the reviews online. All the reviews were really bad, but I was like,
Fuck them.
yeah, I'm gonna watch
Review-
it.
you
And
can't
it's
trust
super
reviews.
dry, and I get that.
Perfect.
I think they wanted it to be more slapsticky, but it's kind of like shot cinematically but dry at the same time.
Yeah,
And I don't think
that's cool.
I think people don't like that, but it's definitely good, man. John Malkovich, super funny. Steve
Yeah.
Carell, super funny.
Oh yeah.
You got a whole bunch of people. I think Rob Riggle's in there at one point.
Oh,
You got
snap. Wriggles, hilarious.
you got you got that guy from the Jim Carrey show. Some dude's in it. That one
guy.
from Role Models is in it. That woman. The guidance.
seen her.
She's like the parole officer.
Oh my word! Yeah, the psycho.
Yep.
She's funny.
Yep. She's in it. Who else is in it? Jimmy O Yang. He's in it. Stand-up
He's awesome.
comedian. Yep.
I saw him live. He was great.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's badass.
Yeah.
I've seen one
Yeah.
of his stand-ups. Who else is in it? There's a bunch of people in it. It's good, man. It's really dry, but it's good. But
Yeah.
obviously.
I like that. If you like dry, that's why I suggested James
I
A.
love
Castro,
dry.
because he's super dry, but his jokes are just they're so funny. He's hilarious.
Apples.
He's
to
dry and
pines.
his jokes. Yeah, code words. I already did it. You were being cryptic, so I was gonna be cryptic too. Which brings us to your last topic.
I see. So, the thing is,
Or maybe it's not your last topic, I don't
The future is upon us. Now, at home, you can harness the manufacturing power of 1,000 different factories with your at-home vitamin kit. Now, for the first time, you can recycle your old stinky urine into multivitamins in the safest form possible while filtering out the things you don't need for you and your family.
Does it have to smell?
What you will receive is one urine filtration device with 5 extra kits. With that also comes 30 tester strips and 5 convenient reusable storage containers. So, use is simple. Just collect your urine every day and refrigerate it in one of the reusable capture containers. Once you hit 30 milliliters, I don't know how much. No, that doesn't sound appropriate.
30 milliliters is not a lot.
Once you hit 1,000 milliliters, no, pour it into your urine at home vitamin kit, and it will process into 2 different
250,
pills.
500,
1,000.
750. Look, it's close to 40 ounces.
dispose of the brown pill and take the orange pill. and
What happens if you do the opposite?
now you take your testing strip, you dip it into pH water, and then tap it on your pill. Whatever the color it is will tell you the amount of vitamins that it will contain. The kit is $69.69, shipping included. Handling, well, if you're paying $69, baby, handling's got to be included. What do you think? You in?
That's gonna be a hard no for me, dog. But I will say I'm not against selling my own urine. I drink like a gallon of water a day. Clear.
Like, shout out.
Clear.
Hit me up for that clear.
Hit me up. I get that clean. Which I'm not selling. Don't ask me.
I'm not. Don't hit me up in the DMs.
don't message me about urine.
Yeah, I had that thought. I was like, wait a second.
I don't know. Maybe it's an idea for the future we're not ready for yet.
Yeah. Recycled waste.
Would you?
Bet there's something in there.
Would you? Yeah.
I don't know, man. I guess. I've seen people drink their own piss.
I have not.
You've seen me drink my own piss, so
that might be true. I
remember drinking piss, and I remember you being there. You might not have seen it. I remember one night going, "I'm gonna drink it." I was really drunk.
Oh God, that sounds awful.
Yeah, it wasn't good. I didn't like chug it.
No.
I just was like, okay, mouthful, swallow.
Oh. Was it warm still?
Oh yeah. It was basically out the tap. You know what I mean?
Oh God. Why?
Oof.
Oh man.
That's rough. It wasn't good.
That's
not suggested.
I can imagine. I wouldn't.
The thing about the pill, that's the thing, is that the pill is gonna have a smell to it. That's gonna be the worst thing about it. Is what ideally it comes with is in capsules. That the pill comes out, and then you put the pill in a capsule. Kind of locks in the stank.
Does it boil it down? I don't. Is it like reduced? Is it concentrated for your vitamin needs?
I'm assuming it's gonna boil it, and then it's gonna separate it.
Shut the fuck up!
It's gonna
Separate it.
It's gonna skim the top
For vitamins or for impurities or just froth?
It's scraping off the curd, dude.
That's so disgusting. That is so
Churning that
fucking
butter,
gross.
dude.
This is disgusting.
It's like a little mini rice cooker and a little mini bread machine in one.
Oh, stirs it, brings it up to temp. Just cleaning the top off, raking it off. Ding! Woo! It's done.
I'm crying.
Wait, so you just put the urine in and then you get pills out?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
How I imagine it.
Can you
fill the bottle? I imagine you fill a bottle, and you know, like one of those water dispensers, you have to take the bottle and flip it. Stick it on the top of the thing. That's so fucking stupid.
Like wow, like a reservoir. Where'd you go? See now what I'm picturing is a Keurig style. Where
I want to make you look like a pet feeder. I want to make you look the dumbest.
And there's little vitamins.
You see, I want you to be able to see the air bubble coming out from your piss. Loop. Loop. So you can sit there and watch it.
That's so gross.
For the whole family. I have so many tears
really
coming
think
down my face right now.
You should.
Oh
I really
my
think the
gosh.
Keurig would be the best design because you get the tank on the side, right? You turn it on.
Yeah.
heats up, you know. And then when you choose your size, your pill
What size pot, dude?
Yeah, exactly. Then it's 4, 6, 10, 12 ounce goes through the tubes, condenses, and then
Oh shit!
you get one. You get one.
You get one
Like a
good pill.
gumball,
You get one
just
spicy
like-
pill, bro.
Was this your idea?
Yeah, I was just brainstorming.
That's a ballin' idea right there.
I was thinking of wordplay.
Yeah.
I like dumb wordplay, and then I start with
Oh yeah.
I start
too.
with the phrase. I was like, "You're in," and then I was like, "What would that be?" I was like, "What could you do with your piss?" I was like, "Well, there has to be some nutrients in there." I was like,
Yep.
"Boom, there it
Yeah.
is."
Yeah. Yeah.
Or imagine
Man.
you turn it into, ooh.
Woo.
So imagine that it extracts the vitamins into a powder, dude. And then you buy flavored powders with it, and then you take those vitamins and you mix them with the flavored powders, and you turn it into like an energy powder, like it's like a Gatorade like vitamin water mix. And you can the You're In Revitamin Water Kit.
That's phase 2. You get the first idea is definitely the first idea, and then you introduce that one. It's the new innovation.
Right.
It's the shock
Sparkling.
factor.
It's for the
Right.
kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it taste like root beer. What do you got there, Timmy? Oh, I got some at-home You're In root beer.
Then the just cutscene, the just water gun fight. Stay active. I want to stop talking about this.
This is what I like to imagine. I like to imagine that you have like a Mountain Dew flavored one, but instead of it being that green yellow, it's just straight yellow. And I imagine that you then that's the first one you show, because then it's a little bit tolerable.
like
You're
Surge.
well, okay,
It'd be like Surge.
right. But then ready, the
Surge is
second one
like
you
yellow.
show is also we have orange soda flavored. It's also just straight yellow. Now, introducing cola. Cola comes out. It's straight yellow. It shows all the drinks and they're all just yellow, dude. Imagine.
This is awful.
Grape soda. The grape is just yellow, dude.
I don't know why, but it makes me think of Faygo. I don't know
Oh,
why.
like Faygo.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck.
Okay. You trying to kill it?
Yeah. You
Okay,
trying
man.
to kill it.
Kill
All right, I'm going to switch over. Ready?
Ready.
Peace.
Out.